For me, what is cultural diplomacy? It's working my art, my sculpture. Now it's my sculpture with all the themes of peace, education, for diplomacy. This sculpture that all its basis on the theory of diplomacy, of the culture of culture diplomacy. Well, it's a very important role. This, for me, sculptures and culture, what's a part of culture, it's another way for diplomacy. And it's a direct way. It's not by words, it's by acts. It's by acts, by creating, for instance, and giving the sculptures. When you are touching the sculptures, when you see them first, and when you touch them, something happened to you. You feel there's a dialogue, and through this dialogue you understand how peace is important and how can you avoid it. So this is a very important role, culture for diplomacy, and vice versa.
Excellent.
It's first of all, we have a special passport. Our passport, being an artist, it gives us a lot of rights. So we can talk, we can explain things. We don't have a real responsibility. Our responsibility is our art, to do things through our art. We are not in a position like president or government or politician, because they need to hear us, what we are talking about, what we are doing, and we are doing things for peace. We are building bridges for peace, and it is an important way. It's an important tool for peace.
Okay.
Well, I believe yes, because first of all, they're not afraid of me. I'm not taking a place of somebody. I'm just helping. I'm helping through my art. So it's giving a lot of power somewhere, and it can help a lot. I believe in what I'm doing, and I believe that it can help in open ways that some other times, some politician can't do it sometimes. When things are failing sometimes with discussion with politicians, so with my art and with my knowledge about my art, about the words, my words, about things that I'm doing, it can open a lot of doors.
Rich creators.
Yeah, I will tell you, as being the godmother of an international meeting in Andorra, I'm having artists coming from all over the world, especially from countries of conflict. And we have the usual conflict, Israel and Palestine, Azerbaijan and Armenia, Pakistan and India, whatever, really. And all these artists are working together, and the evening they're talking about the food, what they're doing. And it would happen to be that 2 years ago, the Israeli artist and the Palestinian artist, they shared a room together. And this was it was really amazing, because first of all, they didn't talk to each other, they were looking at each other, and then little by little, they became the best friends in the world. I know that they're corresponding, they're writing to each other. The one is near Ramallah and the other one is in Tel Aviv. And this is a very big success. For me, it was really an achievement, seeing them together. And even in the evening, they met, the food is the same. It's Arabic food in Israel and in Palestine. And in the evening, they were at the kitchen, preparing, cutting everything, their style. And it was a very interesting experience, I can tell you. These both becoming the best friends, very good friends.
That's beautiful.
Well, I can give you an example of Azerbaijan and Armenia. I know very well Azerbaijan. And I know, for instance, that there was the games, there was the games, European games in Baku. And they invited sportive from Armenia. So this is a very nice jest of the Azerbaijan people. They were in the competition, the Armenians. So here you see sport that is bringing two countries together. In the art camp, the Armenian and they were also good friends. The Armenian and the Azerbaijan, they were talking to each other and they are working together, and all of them became friends. You can see that through art we can move, you know, stones. We can move things that the other can't do it. Impossible. And also cooperation, scientific cooperation, it's very important. I see at UNESCO, working with the Water with Jordan, for instance, people coming from Palestine. We had conference at UNESCO, and also in the Weizmann Institute. And also I can give you an example, medical example at Hebrew University, operating children from little children, operating small children from Palestine coming to the hospital. So you can see it all over the world, but all over. But really, art, it's an important tool for peace, and I believe in it. Well, we can work a lot together. I can bring my experience as an artist. We can open doors for some other countries to do things together. Also my experience, for instance, the art camp, also being, you know, all bringing the artists, working together. It's a wonderful experience for art, as art is in diplomacy, in cultural diplomacy. This is also my project, for instance, in Azerbaijan for women, the cultural education, the center and the museum. So this is also in a Muslim country. So this is also a very interesting way to cooperate together. We can, you know, through my sculptures to make students working also with the sculptures. You know, as I did my experience with the students in Krakow, in Poland. That's something which can be very important. So we have a lot of possibilities of creating and working together. I think this is something we can be important. Thank you also very much. And I think we can do something, we can do a very good work together.
Beautiful.